Good morning. We continue to move closer back to normalcy. As John pointed out, most of the chairs are back out and we have a little bit bigger crowd. And in about a month, we're going to run out of these and we're going back to the normal way of doing communion. And some people are kind of anxious about that. I would like to share with us two scriptures this morning. The first is from the book of Isaiah, chapter 64, in verse 6. All of us have become like one who is unclean, and all our righteous acts are like filthy rags. We all shriveled up like a leaf, and like the wind, our sins swept away. And Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. Multitudes sleep in the dust of the earth, will awake, some to everlasting life, others to shame and everlasting contempt. You might wonder, why in the world did you read those two scriptures? I think part of appreciating what Jesus did for us is appreciating what he saved us from. I'm reminded of a movie called All Dogs Go to Heaven. You ever seen it? It's a cartoon. And I've noticed that in America, it seems like that's becoming more prevalent with humans. The thought that all humans go to heaven. All you have to do is believe a little bit of Jesus and you're okay. You go to a funeral and there's a man that's lying in the coffin and he's never called on the name of God. Everybody knows that he's led a sinful, arrogant life. And yet they say, well, we'll see him in heaven. God says no. I am a just God, and when there's sin, there must be a penalty. And the penalty that is paid for us is Jesus on the cross. And that's what we remember at this time. What is necessary is a relationship with Christ and a belief that he is the way and the only way. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one sees the Father but through me. And he died on Calvary for each and every one of us because we have a sin problem. And sometimes we like to sweep it under the rug and think, well, I'm a pretty good person. Isaiah said, not so fast. Your greatest righteousness is like filthy rags before God. I used to use the term that grace is the bridge from the best that we can be to where God needs us to be. But that doesn't seem accurate. Because the span between the greatest we can be and what God needs us to be is so great. I heard a preacher say that grace is like the distance between the furthest we can jump and the moon. So you can jump 3 feet high, and I can jump 4 feet high. Should I brag about jumping 4 feet high when there's thousands and thousands of miles of distance? Grace is the only way that we can be right with God. And thank God for Jesus. Let's go to our Father in prayer.